Welcome to the 307 subscriber special. I'm here today with the esteemed panel of judges.
I'm getting mad again. I'm looking at the art.
Yeah, we
Oh,
get it.
shut
You're not a
up.
Shonen fan.
No, no,
No,
it's
we
not.
get
No,
it.
it's
We
not.
get it,
No,
man.
it's
We get
that's
it.
not
We
what I'm going
understand.
for.
We
Like,
heard you.
You just started
I
judging. You
spoke
already
incorrectly, by the way. It's
negativity.
308 subscriber special.
congrats to us. But
Um,
no, like, I bring it up. JoJo is
Yeah,
only
who gives a
3
shit?
arcs that have been adapted to the anime,
okay.
but Chainsaw Man is the entirety of the manga,
Who cares?
and it's like, see that.
Stop
I just want
complaining.
consistency.
Boo. Alright, Phantom Blood.
Alright, Dragon Ball, Dragon
And
Ball
that's
Super,
alright.
Complete
It's fine.
Boy.
Wait, we have to
GB.
rename these tiers. What do we want to call these?
But you use the other one we use because I feel like the other one was like pretty like with the sauce, dry seasoning.
Yeah, but we already did
Uh,
that.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
helpful.
great.
It's really like
Okay.
Hey,
Go to
can
with
you use
the-
can you just use emotes from
you should.
like Unicode stuff? Can you name the tiers just emotes?
What was A tier called? Not quite peak. And then after that was.
I don't know why my suggestion is not being taken seriously.
Because it's not a good suggestion.
You can have like a first tier be
understand,
mod
though.
tier, and then you have the second tier be like cool glasses face, and
That's
the next
so
one is like,
boring. That's something a millennial would do.
this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're a
I'm gonna
millennial.
let you guys do this.
No, I'm not.
I'll just watch
You're like
the
27
video
years old.
later.
No, I'm not.
Have fun, gamers.
Is this mid or is.
Hey Josh, we're going. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys do this and then just watch the video.
This guy.
So have fun. Bye.
Goodbye.
Such negativity.
I can't believe this guy hates Monkcore.
This guy hates Mockware video making and video watching and anything else. Really, this guy's just so negative.
What do I call these bottom tiers?
Really bad. One of them was probably called like Deku tier.
Okay, and then Deku tier. So, would you say Phantom Blood is mid?
I would say it's mid. It really doesn't deserve more than mid, I would say. Just like,
Battle Tendency is goaded
how,
just because
how much do you
it's.
remember even in Phantom Blood?
I mean, I can remember just because I rewatched it recently, but that's it. Battle Tendency is. Here's the thing. The thing with Battle Tendency is I think it has like it's really good parts, but like a lot of the stuff in the middle is like really forgettable.
Yeah, but that's the case with a lot of
It is.
JoJo arcs.
Yeah.
No, not as much with
I
like
think
other.
Battle Tendency helps that the screen is basically always centered on young Joseph, and even boring scenes are like fine when young Joseph is being a goofy little guy.
That's true.
And Battle Tendency
Goaded
is
with the dry
overall
season,
good.
maybe not quite peak, but not quite peak. Yeah,
Not
not
quite
quite
peak.
Goaded.
Okay.
I think
So-
Battle Tendency definitely is like not good because of story stuff that is happening, and more so you see like the characters do fun things that
Yeah.
helps.
Of course. Okay.
This
Let's see.
is
Right,
good. It's more it's
so-
enjoyable.
Road to
Um,
Egypt. Mid.
Sure. I think
Egypt
the
arc.
that I think that is at least
I
not quite
definitely-
peak or goaded with dry season because the final fight is so good.
It's like
Dude,
the
I
most
will-
iconic fight ever.
I know that's why it's
Yeah.
deserves to be
Yeah,
up
do you-
there.
The final stuff of that arc is really good. But the start of it is kind of similar to how the start of how the Road to Egypt arc is kind of mid.
It was
But yeah,
cool
it definitely
though.
improves a lot after that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, give me a sec. My professor did a thing. I have to look at it.
I'm telling you, nobody's interested in the like Egyptian god stands.
That's true.
Excuse me. Is this the funniest in quotes?
Mm-hmm.
JoJo Part 3 memes come from that part. So I mean,
Oh, that's true.
you know, I think Reddit would disagree with you.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna have
read
to take that
Maria
into
was very
account.
hot.
That's what I was waiting. That's
Entering
see.
Morio.
That one's like fine. I would just
Like the
Yeah.
start, like, I would say the start of part 4 is kind of good, but then like when they get, well, like the Red Hot Chili Pepper, like after Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Pepper goes away, there's like a bit until they get to Kira, and that bit is super like whatever.
Like it is fun because it's another like watching people be silly, like thing. Like because Josuke and Okuyasu and Koichi
And
are
sometimes
just
some episodes are really bad. Like you know, the like ugly child that dies. His episode is like grotesquely
The
bad.
Bando episode.
wait, which one? Wait, which one?
The ugly child that dies.
That doesn't really narrow it down. There's a lot of children that die, and
Not really. There's
JoJo.
one ugly child that dies. His death is like
I-
very important. Like
I
the
really
one
can't.
with the like the one with the stand, which is like a bunch of small guys.
Oh, Shigeki, or yeah, okay.
That episode is like
Um,
grotesque and bad and unfun to watch.
Well, it's not supposed to be fun to watch. I would say it's supposed to be like no.
It's just a very bad episode. Just really not JoJo. Very bad episode. It also doesn't help that his death is supposed to be like the super emotional moment that gets us on the Kira hunt. When his episode is the worst one, he's like the worst character.
But it gives us the really funny meme with like the worst actual villains in JoJo's. It's like these three girls. That one.
I don't get it.
Also, honestly, like little boy's girlfriend, her episode's also kind of mid. He's kind of a mid character in general.
Yeah, Yukako is like very mid, but it's really I just think every time Koichi and Yukako are together, that's not one of their episodes focused on it, then it's like okay, based love it. But when it's like one of their specific episodes, it's like this just sucks.
What do you think about Sheer Heart Attack and Investigation and Bites the Dust?
I'm trying okay, let me
Sheer Heart Attack was good.
Sheer Heart
Attack
Attack is epic. Yeah, super
Better than
good.
Sheer Heart
Egypt?
Attack is good.
No, I don't think it's better than
It-
Egypt.
I think it's not better, but I think it's like similar tier because I would say that Sheer Heart Attack is overall better than most of the things in Egypt, but obviously like Dio's World is better. Though I will say that Jotaro versus Kira, like Sheer Heart Attack, was a good fight. That's like
Yeah,
both
it's such a good fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
super
it is
good.
a really good fight. It's
Mhm.
very, like similar to how I sometimes rewatch clips of like Dio's World. I sometimes rewatch like the ending of that Sheer Heart Attack fight because when Jotaro just destroys Kira, that's like such a good moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he destroys Kira and then he fucking falls over and almost dies. Yeah, it's epic. Investigation arc. Not gonna lie, I don't even know
Yeah, I
what
don't
goes
know
on
what
that
this-
entire arc.
Investigation, I guess, it's everything from
Leading
like,
up to
Sheer
Kira.
Heart
Origin here
Attack
and then
to
Bites the
until
Dust.
Kira wins.
Yeah.
So that part is like, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, like, you have like you have like some mid episodes probably in there.
I don't
Definitely like
remember.
lower.
It's been so long.
And then definitely, Bites the Dust is like really good.
Oh yeah. Of
How
course, yeah.
good? Better than Egypt?
I would say it is overall better than Egypt. I think the emotional moments, because the thing is, Bites the Dust is only basically like the meat. Because
Yeah.
True, that's true.
Egypt arc is like a lot of mid and then like the really cool final fight. Bites the Dust is basically only the cool final fight, so it definitely wins.
Do you think
Because
Bites the
Bites
Dust is goated
fun.
with the sauce?
It might be goated with the sauce. Bites the Dust is really good. Like, it
What do you
really
think,
hits you
Zoe?
when. It really hits you when you see like everyone die and think that Kira wins. That was a really good moment.
It is. And then like you learn that he fucking died by an ambulance running him over. It's really good. Damn, Bamuk is just going crazy.
Loud cat.
She's doing the thing where she's like sitting there and meowing, while she's doing like the polite cat sit.
Yeah.
So goofy. Is this okay?
The polite cat sit really is just come on.
For up to
I
part
didn't
4?
see. Yeah, I would do that. You could do that. Okay.
Joining the gang arc.
Going the
Arc-
gang arc mid. The arc of him, because that's such a short arc too. Like, who cares? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like.
Literally nobody cares about the fights there. Like the only thing people care is like the funny meme of like they do the torture dance at the start, but that's like all.
True.
I wouldn't even say that's. Oh wait, I'm trying to. No.
I would say this is
Wait.
also the most egregious stuff. Like some of the most egregious
Yeah,
stuff
but-
with like Golden Experience. At the start, Golden Experience literally just does things that it doesn't do later anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember how
execution-
Golden Experience is introduced with like the whole like if Golden Experience like creates a rat and you like kick the rat, you like die from the recoil, and it never does it again.
Yeah.
Because GIF life means nothing. It literally means nothing, and Araki just made up what the stand does as he went.
Okay.
GIF life literally means nothing. Like, what is GIF life even?
Why would you put that in Deku tier? What are you
I'm just
talking
waiting.
about?
I
I'm
like
just
so-
waiting.
I'm so radical right now. Every time I think about how Golden Experience stat description doesn't do anything like what it actually does.
I'm so
Like imagine
happy
a stat that says you can create fireballs, and then the stat is used as an elevator.
No, I'm so
Like
happy that we've got the two ends of the Giorno hate train. I hate him because of him, and then you hate him because of Golden Experience. It's so
No,
good.
you believe. I also hate Jono for your reasons.
No,
Jono
I'm
is
saying-
like
I'm saying
so
the things
bad.
the things we're passionate about. You're most passionate about Golden Experience being a bad stand. I'm most passionate about Giorno being a bad
I'm passionate
character.
about both of them. I'll tell you. You can't even come close to how much I think Jono is like. Jono is like Jono alone like puts down like the rating of Part 5 by like multiple points. It's
Okay,
that
that's
bad.
not as true. That's not.
I
so
hate him
true.
so much.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
hate him
saying.
too. Don't get me wrong.
Like I'm more passionate than you when it comes to Jono hate. He is genuinely like just take him out of every shot he is in the manga. Better manga. Any day
Yeah,
of the
this
week.
guy might not
Um,
like Giorno.
Anyways, I don't even know what does that mean because why? Oh wait, no, we have to do the Squadra.
We could
still haven't
leave
done
it in Deku tier if you want.
that. No, we can't do that.
Nah,
because
let's
you know
honestly
fucking-
let's leave it there. It sucks. It
No,
sucks. Nobody cares.
what are you talking about?
Do you care about the like fight against Black Sabbath? No, you don't.
Dude, that's not what that is. What are you talking about? That's
Yeah, I
like
thought you were
joining the gang arc.
I
No,
thought
I'm
you were
talking
still talking about joining the gang.
No,
I'm talking
we're
about
talking about the Squadra.
execution. Yeah.
What is not?
That one's-
Okay, put joining the gang in Deku tier then.
It's not that bad. We have
It's
actual
not that
Deku
bad.
to get to, Banjo.
I think joining the gang is
Yeah.
worse than Phantom Blood Out.
Okay.
yeah,
I'll put it
okay.
here.
Okay.
I think joining the gang is worse than investigation.
Okay, then I'll just put it at the bottom of mid. Okay,
Yeah, put
are
it
you
at
happy?
bottom.
Are you happy?
I mean,
Jesus
I think
Christ!
you could've-
We're moving on.
Shut up.
Alright.
Okay. Excuse
Squadra's
okay.
alright. Yeah, it's alright.
Squadra's great, mostly because I think all of them are
It has some good fights.
Well, okay, here,
The train
let's,
fight is pretty good.
Let's put it in this way. The train fight is epic. The fucking Giacho arc is one of my favorite, like, adapted fights in the entire show. The Risotto fight with Doppio, I don't even, if we consider that part of the execution arc, that shit is one of my favorite fights in the entire show. So, like, you have three goated ones right there.
It's really good, arguably.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
pretty good.
And also, you get, like, the execution squad gives us, like, the most fucking brutal part where the fucking sorbet and gelato are, like, fucking cut up and then put into resin, and they're cut up alive and stuff. Yeah. I think La Squadra is super good.
Yeah.
I would say La Squadra is definitely better than what comes afterwards, so... maybe even low goated with their seasoning. I would say it's still low, though. I don't know, I feel like the story... It's, like, more cool than, like, good story bits. You know,
Okay.
I feel like I like I like Kira stuff more than just, like, the relatively cool action
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then
Requiem
Requiem
arc?
is kinda...
Well, it
Look,
kind
the
of
cat
shocks
doesn't
me.
like Requiem, you can hear it.
It kind of shocks me that they put the La Squadra arc, but then they skip over the arc of, like, the boss's guard. Like, that's a completely separate arc. Like, I don't understand.
Who cares about those guys?
Yeah.
Bozo-ass
do.
guys.
I don't even remember.
Bozo-ass guys. Actual Bozo-ass guys, Zoe, come on.
Requiem
It's
arc.
not though. Okay, dude, the stuff with Polnareff is super good though. Like, I think in like
It's,
the
like,
body
fun.
switching. Yeah, I think the body switching and the stuff with Polnareff where he's like talking to Doppio like changes like to Diavolo. I think that's so good.
Yeah.
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 And then like
But then,
Diavolo
but
using
then,
like
but
Trish.
then, like, the stuff afterwards still happens.
Okay, no, we you know that the only thing you hate is that Giorno gets the arrow and gets Gold Experience Requiem. We already know
That's
that's it.
not
But like
bad.
everything else is I think like actually good.
I don't think
Like,
I didn't think even before the fight is like particularly good outside of like Polar of making it like pretty funny and like interesting. Like besides that, it's like a very.
well, I don't think Polnareff makes it funny at all. Like, what are you talking about? That's not the
I
vibe
think
at all.
the body switching stuff is like, you know, it's like a goofy thing that overall happens. Like it's like it is
I
a
mean-
JoJo moment. It's a
I mean-
JoJo things are happening.
Considering one of the major characters fucking dies because of it. It's
You're
so,
being
like,
a bit too serious because, come on.
What?
sorry, I
It's
like
a-
my favorite show. Sorry, like I.
How good is
If
the
a character
Requiem
dies,
arc?
I think
Requiem
it's
arc
below
is-
La Squadra, but
it's the thing is it is less. It is definitely worse than La Squadra. So I think you can even put it to battle tendency.
okay, fine.
Right there.
Because once again, like
Yeah.
when I compared the like final fight of
Okay,
Diablo
I don't care. We can
versus
just move
our
on.
final
We
fight,
can move
Prison
on.
Arc,
We
Prison
can
Arc.
move on. Okay. Is it bad that obviously we just watched, or not just, but recently watched this, and I already am like, I can't even think in my mind of how these things are split up. Prison Arc is fine. I don't.
Prison Arc is fun, I would say. I think the start of Stone Ocean is pretty fun. I
Yeah.
like it
I
when
think
they're like,
yeah,
the start is where they get to be like more goofy and stuff. Still,
Mm-hmm.
the
it's
start
like
of
always a nice thing.
the start of Sonosha is definitely way better, and then yeah.
Maybe I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess like for the Stone Ocean, like what happens at like exactly when at the start is kind of hard to say. Is Foo Fighters part of the start?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah,
the prison arc because
I
they're not
think
really.
those. I think that start is like pretty fun.
Mhm.
Just like having enemies and Foo Fighters and Jolene interact. They have like a pretty fun dynamic at the start. I like
I
that.
think it's
Oh,
below
sure.
Battle Tennessee. Yeah.
Right there.
Sorry. Oh wait, actually, I think it's. I'm trying to think of what happens at entering Morio. I think it might be below entering Morio.
Really?
I was trying to think of what happens at entering Morio, but the only thing that is popping up in my head is the Angelo fight.
Well, if entering Morio was less memorable than the prison arc,
I would say Prison Arc is better than Entering Morio.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Fair.
Entering Morio, it takes a bit.
Dragon Pucci.
Poochie is definitely better than Prison Arc.
Yeah.
Pucci's great. You love Pucci.
Yeah, I would say yeah,
Like
you can put
right
it there.
here.
Yeah,
Nice.
sure.
Right. Ashton
Okay.
Joe.
These other shows I don't care
Oh,
about, and
no,
I have to go
Ken.
do homework, so I'm going to go.
Alright, have fun.
So lame.
Can't believe
Bye bye.
we lost everybody. Anyway, Dragon Ball. Do you know anything about Dragon Ball arcs?
Nah, that would have been Josh's thing, so Josh can cope about not
So
being
sad.
here for that.
Saint Seiya, I don't know.
It's like
Naruto.
Yeah, that's like definitely your cup of tea now that you've become a big Naruto fan.
I hate Naruto.
Alright, start of Naruto. Wait, what's the first start Naruto
Land
arc?
of the Waves.
Well,
Everything
it's
up
like
until
oldest-
Chunin exam.
Yeah, everything
mid.
up to Chunin exam. It's alright, it's alright. I mean, I like Zabuza and stuff, he's cool.
That's true. I'll put it up here. Well, right here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Chunin exams, pretty good.
Chunin exams are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like stuff.
I
I don't think they're like, quite goated. Maybe like low goated.
would put them somewhere.
They're low goated. Above Requiem, even arguably. It depends when we cut off the Chunin exams. Or, I mean, like, the
Probably
fights are cool.
at the pretty decisive
Most of the
spot
fights
where
in
it
Chunin
ends.
exams are pretty good. And then, like, the stuff after. There's some stuff that happens, so. Yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. The search for Tsunade. Does this include like the stuff with the Hokage fighting Orochimaru, or is that still Chunin exam?
I think Search for Tsunade is like that.
Because that was like
There's
one of my favorite moments.
Search for Tsunade is definitely after, like after all the Orochimaru stuff has already happened. I'm pretty sure Search for
Oh.
Tsunade is like.
Well, if that's including Chunin exam, I would move that higher. Because I liked that a lot. I thought that was a cool fight.
When this, like, Search for Tsunade happens when they go look for Tsunade and Sasuke, right?
Well, it's when they look for Tsunade, and then the Sasuke recovery mission is when they look for Sasuke.
Oh yeah, it's even before that. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
what actually happens in Search for Tsunade besides like an
Search
introduction
for
to
Tsunade
Tsunade?
is like, but Search for Tsunade is kind of like kind of
Nothing
unmemorable. Like
happens.
Jiraiya stuff happens. You have like the whole thing where like
I hate
Tsunade
Jiraiya.
is protected by Naruto.
Alright,
and
less
it's,
than
like,
mid.
supposed to be, like,
I'm gonna move Chunin exam up to right here. Sasuke recovery mission.
it's pretty good. I would say Sasuke Recovery Mission is pretty good. I like the fights with like the sound people
Mm-hmm.
overall. If anything, the sound village being abandoned like Naruto is kind of weird considering how important it was early on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
They didn't
I
do
mean,
much
sound
of
village
that.
fights are kind of awesome. I really like the demon transforming stuff.
Yeah,
Like once again, I think that Naruto kind of abandons, which was kind of cool.
I agree.
Like the spider archer guy, for example. Like it's like awesome to fight like someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
It later becomes a lot more traditional super strong ninja guys exclusively, and then like later on like divine deities.
Where'd you put it? Not quite peak?
Yeah, arguably. I mean, maybe I like this arc a lot. Like probably more than Requiem even.
Okay, we can put it up here. Kaze
What's next
Kage
arc?
rescue mission?
Oh, this is like everything for like this is early Akatsuki stuff where they go rescue Gaara. This is also still I would say peak Naruto. Like early.
Like the
Uh,
introduction to the
it is early
Akatsuki and
Shippuden.
stuff?
This is early Shippuden. This is where like the Akatsuki are introduced. This is where they look for Gaara. This is like where the Deidara fights happen and the Satori fights happen.
Oh,
This part of
yeah.
Naruto is also I think still really good.
I agree. Do you think it's better than Chunin exam?
I think this part is better than Shonen Exam. I think like Shippuden had like a really good start.
It did. Yeah, I agree. Do you think it's better than Egypt or Bites the Dust?
That's hard to say. Probably not.
Alright.
Overall, like the thing is because of Naruto is like long, so obviously there's like some less good stuff in there, so it's like kind of hard to say.
Mhm.
But
Oh my
cat,
god, your fucking cat, dude.
she really
Jesus
wants
Christ.
attention right now. She wants the attention so bad, but I'm doing a tier list right now.
Ask her to help with the tier list.
All right, let me grab her. Did not like being grabbed.
Oh no, she didn't want to do the tier list?
Nah, she's not interested.
That's so sad. Anyway, Tenchi Bridge reconnaissance mission.
Oh, this happens like mid-ish, just like when Naruto turns into like the very red version for the first time. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Cat.
Dude, she's. I don't know what's up with the cat. Akatsuki suppression.
All right, head to open a door for the cat. What comes after Tenchi Bridge?
The Akatsuki suppression mission.
I actually don't know what this one even like really is.
Let's see. The fight against Hidan and Kakuzu.
Those are pretty cool fights overall, I would say.
There was like Naruto training.
Naruto training so is less good.
Is this when Asuma dies?
It is.
Because I
He
thought that was
does
pretty
pretty
good. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, the Hidan fight is pretty good overall, I'd say. The Katsuka fight is less good, but still alright. You know, like overall this arc is less memorable, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. It's not quite peak. Pain Assault arc.
Is Pain Assault just the entire Pain arc, or is there?
Yeah, because the next one's
Pain
the
arc,
5 Kage
Pain arc,
Summit.
Pain arc is kind of goated.
I agree.
Like, honestly, it might even be there. Pain arc is just there's something about the Pain arc where like you've been like, I think like that's something that long running series really have like an edge over. Like after so long, you can like do something like that, and
Yeah.
if you're brave enough to do something like that
Mm-hmm.
into a long running series, it just feels like rewarding.
It's awesome.
Like nobody
Yeah.
expected that to happen.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Pain was a really cool villain. Jiraiya dies,
What's
which
just
is fucking awesome. Fuck that guy.
If anything, the only thing you can say about Pain Assault arc is bad is that he did a little bit of a like wah at the end, and like didn't like pull out all the consequences he could have. Was I to open the
mean,
door for a second? So
Yeah.
you say your thoughts. For the video.
I mean, that's kind of the. I mean,
All right.
All right.
The arc after Pain is bad.
Yeah.
This, for all intents and purposes, after Pain, Naruto just falls off a lot.
Yep, I agree. The summit was the beginning of the bad, and then the war was. It made Naruto
canon stuff
bad.
in the summit is it. And the summit also where like all the fillers started, really. So it's like
I don't
double
know
bad.
anything about
Like
that.
the canon stuff is bad, and the filler is bad.
Because I feel that like the summit itself to me is just like super short. It's like the transition between these two arcs. Because I don't
No,
know
it's not-
anything about the filler.
What's the next arc? Fight Kage Summit.
The war.
Oh, I think you have a lot of things actually. The summit is both like them going there. I think it includes some of the like Sasuke like I think Sasuke catching Killer Beast like earlier doesn't count in this arc, but it also has like the Danzo fight and all that stuff. Kakashi becoming Hokage, all that stuff is in
Oh,
this
that's
arc.
right. But all that stuff feels like it's just leading up to the war. It's like
mostly
war
is.
prep stuff.
And this, just
So,
mid.
so it's
Yeah,
all kind of the same to me. Anyway, better series, Bleach. Agent of the Shinigami arc. This is like
Like, I would
before
say-
they go to Soul Society, like the intro.
I would say the start of Bleach is kind of mid. Like like I'm a Bleach defender, but I will admit that like start of Bleach, it is just very like generic shonen stuff. It is just like start of
generic
Naruto.
shonen stuff, but it's like good generic shonen stuff.
I wouldn't even say so. Big Fish. Who cares what Big Fish is, honestly? Like Bleach is gonna have a lot of high ranked arcs, but I think this one really is just similar to Star of Naruto. It really is nothing special.
Yeah, but it's better though.
I feel like that might be a little biased.
Well,
let it
yeah,
be
it's
known that I
biased. It's because the series is better. The characters are better.
Let
The
it be known,
scenario's
I think
better.
Star of Bleach is Land of Waves tier.
You would say Agent of Shinigami arc is mid?
That is start. It is just not great. Like if Bleach was that, I would not recommend it to anyone. So it's mid.
All
Wouldn't
right.
you agree?
Soul
Like,
Society
imagine if
arc.
Bleach was totally bad.
Yeah,
Right,
I like that, Bando. I like the start of Bleach.
Yeah, but would it have become anything similar to what it is to you now? Not really. It would have been like fun, stupid things.
No, but I still like it.
Well, you kind of like mid things.
No. Anything I
Anyway,
like is better than mid. Anyway, Soul
First
Society.
Bleach arc- First real Bleach arc, good. It's just good. It's really good.
I agree. So that's all the stuff with intro to Aizen, and then Arrancar arc. Pretty peak.
I would put
Everyone
it on
agrees.
Cargan. I would just put it in good with dry seasoning. Above I don't know, like maybe I'm biased, but like for example, I would say that something like Bites to Dust is more iconic still. Like Arrancar arc has,
But I mean, this is the whole Arrancar arc.
I mean that's the problem with the Arrancar arc. It has like obviously it's really cool moments, but there's also some mid in there.
Like what?
That's the problem with like really long things. Bites to Dust is like a short section of like just really good things, and Arrancar like has a hard time competing with that.
Yeah, but think about like
also had-
Ichigo versus Grimjow. Think about how cool that was. Way cooler than
Today-
Bites the Dust.
We'll tag in if you were to remember. I'm the biggest Grimjaw hater. I don't think Grimjaw is anything special. and
Man, I
think
can't
his
believe
fight-
how bad your taste is.
Also,
Alright.
why would they even compare those fights? Like the fight right after the Grimjaw fight is way better.
Because I like the
Still worth
Grimjow
it.
fight a lot.
Ichigo versus the Arrancar guy at like the top of the castle in Tuemundo. That's way better. It literally comes right after and is way better.
I guess this also includes the Aizen fight too, because the next thing is Fullbring arc.
Well, yeah, it does include Aizen fight.
So if we're including the Aizen fight, then it's better than Bites the Dust.
I agree. I think Aizen fight was only alright. The problem with Aizen fight is that Bleach continues after Aizen fight, so like the thematic weight of Aizen fight kind of it's cool. Like everything that happens in Aizen fight
It's
is cool,
awesome.
but the thematic weight is really like.
And
dropped
JoJo
because
continues after Bites the Dust.
that is not the same thing.
It's exactly the same.
Different things.
It's
These are
exactly
two
the
things.
same. Anyway, Fullbringer's
Yeah.
arc, probably the best arc in all of Shonen.
If we asked Maple, he would agree with that. But the real take is Fullbring arc is definitely by far the worst Bleach arc. It's just
But
not
it
good.
has that moment where they stab Ichigo with a Reiatsu sword again when all the captains show up, and it's like super sick. One of the coolest moments in the series.
It's cool, but everything else is just so bad that I would just mid is the highest I will allow this.
All right, we're putting it
I
on
would
top
put
of
it
mid.
at mid. Like, how is this better than? Like, compared to a lot of the things that are there. Like, do you really think that Fullbring arc, like the actual arc, like not like the characters you like, the actual like things that happen in the arc, do you think they're really better than like the other things in mid tier?
Yeah. I mean, think about like Ginjo and stuff. He's got a really cool ability. It's interesting to watch.
Nah, this guy's definitely biased.
I'm the
I
world's
think
biggest
Fullbring
Bleach
arc-
fan.
Fullbring arc is just bad.
All right, Quincy arc.
Quincy arc is the best arc in the series. It just got like full on crazy good fights back
Yeah.
to back to back to back to back, no pause ever.
Yeah.
It just
It's peak.
the best thing.
It's peak.
It is just the best arc in Bleach. Like, it's so good. So good.
Probably.
I like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I can't say anything about Yu Yu Hakusho, so you just put where you think.
All right.
so
I
it's
think
good.
it's just important. Dark Tournament arc is goated with the sauce. That's peak fiction. I don't remember. I mean, Spirit Detective arc. It's fine, and that's as far as I got. I didn't get. I started Chapter Black, but I never finished it. Someday
Do
when
you mean it's bad?
no, it's
or
just
does-
I didn't finish it. So when we do mug
Right.
group read for Yu Yu Hakusho, then we can determine. Full Metal Alchemist, I watched like 10 years ago, so I don't remember.
I read it relatively recently. So, what's the first arc in Full Map called?
Forbidden Alchemy,
And what's the second one called? So I can like have like a.
Lurking
when?
Homunculus.
I presume that means that everything up to the homunculus stuff.
Yeah,
Or
I
at
think
least
so.
it's decent, I would say. I think the homunculus stuff is good though. So like I would probably put the homunculus stuff above the stars, and the stars like good-ish. So I would probably put it in not quite peak,
Okay.
and then like homunculus is probably what's an arc right after homunculus called?
Father's Arc.
Well, I think the highest for map is gonna get from me would be the homunculus arc. Then it is
Okay.
pretty good. Like the homunculus are like cool characters, and this like before they become like blandish, just constantly lose every fight they engage in because
Mhm.
they're stupid.
That's fair.
The father's arc is where his father shows up, and the start is cool, but then it gets kind of mid once it's revealed. Once like all the father lore is revealed, it's like it starts cool on paper, but then you actually get to learn more about the little homunculus that became like his father,
Yeah.
and that guy's kind of bland and bad. Like their actual father is cool, but like the homunculus that looks like him is so bland once you get to know him. Actually, like that kind of falls off. So it's put it back into not quite peak, if even mid. Like my memory's not perfect for like what actually is what, but arguably mid.
Okay.
Though the finale of the map is probably going to be there because the finale of the map feels just kind of bad. It's like a very generic shonen fight. Doesn't really fit like the whole thematic things it was going for, and
But what
it
about
just kind of ends.
what about the Briggs arc or the Uprisal arc?
I think Briggs is like the big fortress in the sky, right?
I don't
And
remember.
then the big fortress in like the north, and that is like kind of cool. I think that was like better again. Like
Okay.
there's some mid stuff going on as well. That's like better again than like the father stuff. So that's like. Then what's the next one?
Uprisal.
I don't. I wonder which of these has like the war stuff in it, because the war stuff would instantly be into really bad Deku tier.
Probably the
Uh,
Uprisal arc.
Then I would put this in the Deku tier because the war stuff is unarguable. And then the final
the
stuff
Promise
of the map
Day?
is just kind of mid. I'll just say it's mid. Like
Okay.
the finale, I don't think anyone like ever thought like the finale of the map is particularly great. It just like guy becomes literally god, and then he just gets outsmarted and loses.
Mhm.
Which is very like in general that is like kind of. I think Aizen did it better.
Yeah, of course.
Aizen, I think for Aizen it's like fine, but like in general this kind of arc where a guy actually achieves godhood and then 5 minutes later he loses anyway are very bad. Like it's just very badly written. Like you don't want a character like if a character, if like the entire thing is like this character is trying to achieve X, and we have to stop character from achieving X, and then the second they become X, they lose immediately, then it's just bad writing. Like you don't like the whole point of everything that's happened up until now gets completely like revoked by the whole point of it didn't matter. Like you know how we tried to stop him didn't matter because he died 5 minutes later. Maybe it wasn't even helpful that he achieved his goal because he didn't lose the entire time while he was trying to achieve his goal, but after he achieved his goal, he immediately lost. That is a very bad type of writing. I think you generally do not want to do this.
That makes sense. I mean, do you have any thoughts on Soul Eater arcs?
I don't have enough Soul Eater information in my brain.
Alright. Then next is Seven Deadly Sins.
This yours, Tegan. This is all yours.
Holy Knights, really bad. Ten Commandments, mid. It's got. I like the premise of the Ten Commandments. I think it's executed pretty poorly, but the premise I think is enough for me to be interested in it at least. And then the Holy War is just fucking weird, again. So I'm just gonna put it in really bad. Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
The man
I
with the
like
chainsaws.
the start of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
I think the start of Chainsaw Man is good.
it's good. Yeah.
Katana Man arc, I would say, is alright. And I mean, the Makima stuff is really cool. In Katana Man arc, I think Katana Man himself. I don't think does anyone think that Katana Man is cool? He's kind of mid. Like
He's
as a villain. He's
cool.
just- I mean, like he's cool looking, but like he doesn't really do much. He doesn't
I
even,
mean,
like, really
he's like the
oppose Denji
first
L's
big
fights.
boss of Chainsaw Man, right? Like,
I wouldn't even give it the dignity of that. I mean, he fights Denji, and he never like destroys him really properly.
he's a boss fight
gets-
though.
He gets kicked in the balls. It's basically kind of a mid-boss fight. I would say if you say this part is worse than the start, I think the start is very promising, and then going Katana Man, it really depends because I think the Makina stuff happens in Katana Man arc, and the Makina stuff is really cool.
Yeah, it does.
So maybe Katana Man arc is above regular Chainsaw Man arc, but only because the Makina stuff. Like the arc is named after him. He is the worst part of his arc. Like the Makina stuff is really cool. Like when all of that happens, that is kind of a cool moment. Everyone thinks that moment in Chainsaw Man is awesome, right?
Cause the thing is, the fight versus Katana Man and like what's her face, Akane or whatever, that was really well done in the anime. That was a really cool fight.
Well, I can't comment on it looking cool. I can only say that I think while reading the manga, I didn't think it was particularly great. Just Katana Man himself is just kind of does anybody even remember Katana? Like, if you think about modern Chainsaw Man, does Katana Man ever come back into your mind? Not really.
Yes. Constantly.
Nah, that's
Bomb
kinda,
Girl arc.
Well, that is my favorite arc in Chainsaw Man, so I would say that this one, well, I wouldn't even put it in Go with the Sauce, but if you wouldn't put any Chainsaw Man arc in Go with the Sauce, I would put this one in Go with the Sauce.
Well,
But I think that one's really good. Both thematically and then like what happens. It's just really good. It's really good.
I mean, I think Control Devil would be go to with the sauce.
Well, I personally don't like Control Devil arc. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, you're wrong about Chainsaw Man. International Assassins arc, I think is cool.
And that was pretty cool. Like in general with Chainsaw Man arcs, I think like the stuff happening is cool until they like the ending is kind of like ass pulled. There's both my problem with the International Assassin and Control Devil arc. I think most of the things that happen are cool, but I think the ending is always like very weakly written. Like it is like, well, I guess it's over now. Instead of like, it never has like this like compelling thing for me, where it's like everything makes sense, everything came up to this moment. It's just like, well, I guess the rules that were like set before don't really apply the same way it was set up to this point. I don't know. It's like it always stays a cop out. Like it is like a similar thing to like what I said earlier, with like the whole like if the villain achieves his goal, you shouldn't like have him lose 5 minutes later. It is basically. I mean, I don't
does that
remember
happen?
perfectly. I don't remember.
That never
perfectly,
happens.
In an International Devil, that's with like Santa Claus, right? Santa Claus achieves like their goal, and then they lose immediately.
Does he?
They do.
His
when
goal
they
is
get
to
their
beat
pack-
Denji.
I mean, they get their pack done, and that should have like worked. It just didn't work.
So he didn't complete his goal at all.
I mean, it's because the way they did it
made a
like, very
deal,
silly.
didn't follow through, and lost.
Once again, I think the writing was very lazy there. It was just like, well, they were like they got trapped, but the trap didn't matter because Makima just like did some silly things, and then Guy transforms into like the Super Devil, but it doesn't matter because Chainsaw Devil is overpowered, but we don't know that yet.
Well, that was because Quan Chi
it-
was overpowered.
And Quan Chi was like strong, but like then it also like ends with Quan Chi just dying to that. Which also I felt it was so black. Like after Quan Chi did so much to like win that fight, and then Makima just shows up and Quan Chi's dead. Like so many things in Chainsaw Man.
Well,
like every
first of
time
all,
I feel
Quan
like
Chi's
it
not
gets
dead.
cool.
Second of
I mean, I know
all,
that
that
it's
goes to
changed
show
now,
how
but-
powerful Makima is.
I don't know. I just don't feel like these things are ever compelling to me.
It's set
Like,
up for the actual true villain of Chainsaw Man.
I don't know. It just didn't feel like it. Like,
But it was.
it might. I mean, it comes like later. I don't know. It doesn't just like if maybe if I reread it again and look at the entire arc as you're supposed to like tell that like Makima is actually like the
What do you mean you're supposed to? You could tell in the second arc of Chainsaw Man that Makima was the villain. Did you not realize that? Is this why you hate Chainsaw Man?
Nah,
Because you read it with
Bro,
your fucking
I
eyes
know
closed?
that, but I don't read the entirety of Chainsaw Man with. I have to always remember that it's written, so I know that Makima is the villain. Like these things.
What do you
don't matter outside
mean?
of Makima.
What does
Like,
that even
who
mean?
Reads manga like that? Who reads manga like that? Nobody reads manga in the context of.
In the
Well,
context
Makima
of
looks
analyzing what's going on?
No,
That was
I
all
didn't read
set up for
Chainsaw-
Makima.
Makima being sussy. I didn't read Chainsaw Man in the context of. Well, everything I should always think about. I should always keep in my mind.
You don't
Makima
have
is
to
the
keep
main
it in the
villain.
back of your mind. It's on the page. It's showing it to
Plus,
you.
plus
This
Makima
isn't like
being
some
the main
deep
villain-
thought that you have to do.
Plus, Makima being the main villain is not like yeah, it's a twist that everyone knows now, but like.
It's
Makima
hardly
being
even a
the
twist.
main villain. The Makima being the main villain, it's not like if you're telling me that. Well, I mean, obviously I know that Makima is sussy, but I don't like. Are you really telling me that every single person, you and Jane and everyone else, read Chainsaw Man at the start and thought like the second they saw that Makima is sussy, Makima is going to be the main villain of this manga?
No,
Like,
not at the
like,
start.
Yeah, like that's a
But
point.
like the entire manga, it's
Why
just
would-
it's
why
just
would you
adding
read
on
it?
to it's adding on to it. It's continuously piling
I
on.
don't think-
She starts out, oh, that's a little sus, and then it's like,
Well,
oh my god,
obviously-
she's like killing people, and then it's like, oh my god, she's doing this
obviously-
evil shit, and then she kills like Quan Chi and stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, here we go. She's clearly the big bad.
But that just felt lame. To be
It's
like
okay, Bando.
I don't particularly like enjoy it when like a character has something like really cool and then they just get like died and turned into a meat puppet. Like that doesn't sound really compelling to me. You can say that you like Chainsaw and you find it compelling. I personally didn't find it compelling when you have like a really cool fight. Like imagine if like Gojo does a cool fight and then villain shows up and he kills Gojo in one shot and now Gojo is meat slave. Like no, that doesn't sound compelling to me at least.
It is though. That happened in the fucking Quincy arc in Bleach.
Which
And you-
character?
Like Hitsugaya, all the zombies from Squad 11, they're
It
turned
doesn't
into
really happen
literal
like that.
zombies. It
First off, they
does.
didn't
It
really-
does.
They didn't really have cool fights before. They were like struggling with their fights. And
Hitsugaya
then
didn't have cool fight.
They were bozos. He was a bozo. When he turned into a zombie, he was the biggest bozo.
Not really.
I didn't think the zombie stuff was great anyway.
Anyway,
Like a
Demon
zombie fight-
Slayer.
Like the zombie fight is definitely one of the weaker Standard fights. It's literally right next to the Kenpachi Standard. That fight is way better. Are you gonna tell me that you think the zombie fight is better than the Kenpachi fight?
No, but it's not a bad fight. It's not inherently bad because there's zombies.
Obviously not. Also, like it's less like that because like it's like they become zombies for this fight. Well, like in Chainsaw Man, Quan Chi became one of the like 7 meat puppets for like the final arc.
Yeah,
Or, like,
and
they-
she's not anymore in current Chainsaw Man.
Tekken, like you did. If we had this discussion a week ago, you wouldn't be able to say this.
But I can now. I can. That's the thing.
That is like a bad assumption to make.
It's not
like,
an assumption. It's based on Chainsaw Man. This is what's happened.
Who cares? Who
I
cares?
do. I do.
Actually, this is a case of Chainsaw Man off for not killing off characters, and thus he's a bad writer.
What?
It's true. If you're not willing to kill off your that's what shonen fans always say. If you're not willing to kill off your characters, you're bad. Literally, Kubo.
Are
he
you
never killed
really
his character.
making that accusation against Tatsuki Fujimoto? Think
I
about
mean-
what happened in Chainsaw Man, man.
Yeah,
Think
but
about it.
They're all back now.
They're not. The entire main
isn't
cast
back?
is dead. Like Power, Aki, what?
They're gonna be back.
They're not.
You don't know that.
I do.
I'm telling you, they're all coming back.
Well, they're not
It-
right now.
it-
According to what you
I
said
think
earlier,
Power-
you
Power-
could say that
Power
a
and
week
Aki-
ago against versus Kwaji. Well, you
I
can't
would
say
say-
that right now
Hey,
for Power and
Power
Aki.
and Aki coming back is less Cope than Nobara coming back.
What?
It is true. It is true.
You're insane, man.
I'm telling you.
I don't know how you have the worst
Okay.
opinions about Chainsaw
Hey, maybe
Man.
not Aki, but Power is coming back. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, because she's a devil.
Yeah. And Nobara is also coming back. I'm telling you.
No, that's not happening.
Nobara. If you don't read the leaks didn't say that Gojo died. The leaks said Nobara is coming back.
Okay, man. Okay. Anyway, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer arc.
I mean, like, original Demon Slayer arc is alright. It's regular shonen stuff.
Okay.
Demon Slayer arcs are kind of hard because I don't know what exactly is a Demon Slayer arc.
The Mount Natagumi arc.
But it's like the
The end
spider
of season
stuff.
1. Yeah.
And the anime was pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree.
It looked cool. Though. It looked cool. I like the moments. Josh really hates the one good episode everyone agrees is good because he really has to be a contrarian about everything.
Josh moment.
No, actually, the one episode everyone enjoys, even people who don't like Demon Slayer, I actually hate that one specifically.
Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta be different. Alright, Mugen
Sometimes
Train.
you just gotta have the opposite opinion. Mugen Train, everyone likes Mugen Train because of the movie. I think the movie it was better than the manga. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. I mean, Mugen Train's alright.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite part of the series.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Swordsmith Village. Yeah.
I mean, Swordsmith Village. Yeah, I don't particularly think Swordsmith Village is worse than Mugen Train because that's like an opinion I don't share with a lot of people because most people really like Flame Guy more than me. So wait, why Swordsmith before the Horror House arc?
Oh yeah. Alright,
Where's
Whorehouse
it?
arc.
Damn it.
Whorehouse arc.
And the Dragon District, I would say, is definitely weaker
Yeah.
compared to these two. I like Swordsmith Village more.
Do you like original beginning Demon Slayer better than Entertainment District?
And it depends which points we focus on.
We're focusing on
Generally
the
speaking-
beginning of Demon Slayer and the Entertainment District arc.
I think original Demon Slayer start is like de facto actually worse, but like when you like consume it for the first time, you generally have like nicer like standards, so I probably felt better about it. But it probably is like if you like look like at it again now, it'd be worse. And Swords of Village, I would say, is better than both of these.
Yeah, I agree.
I would put like not necessarily super much higher than Mugen Train, but I think most people would put Mugen Train like higher, like
Mugen Train's way
definitely
higher.
like a bit higher. But like I personally think the difference is not great, but I think most people would say Mugen Train is definitely like noticeably better. And then
I think it was.
final, it's the next one to
Hashira training and then the
preparation.
final battle.
Well, Hashira training is like kind of whatever. It's like a training arc, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then the final arc of Demon Slayer I think is pretty good. Like obviously not like the super goated thing, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely Demon Slayer's best arc, I would say overall.
Okay.
So yeah, it can be there. Like,
Nice.
you have not seen it yet. I would say it's pretty good.
So Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter original arc. What do you mean the first arc of Hunter x Hunter?
The Hunter exam.
Oh yeah, the Hunter exam. I mean, the Hunter exam was alright. It was pretty clever. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter starts pretty good, I would say.
Yeah,
Hunter
I
exam
think-
starts pretty good.
I think. I mean, I really liked it. I think it's like up here.
I'm not sure where we put it that high, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
We can put it like, it's by the Chunin exam. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I would say it is comparable to the tuning exams in terms of like coolness.
Heaven's Arena,
Wait, which
the
one is Heaven's
tournament,
Arena? Is it-
like the tournament arc, and where they start learning
Oh,
about
yeah, that one.
power
I would say
system.
this one is weaker than the Trunan exams overall.
Yeah.
Tournament arc.
I think I agree.
You
It's
learn
still
about
good. It's still good, but
I think the arc mostly exists to like teach you about the.
it does.
then.
Yeah, it does.
So it's kind of like a story. It's a kind of a teaching you arc more than like a cool arc. Like
It's an
those fights-
introduction to a really cool power system, and also a
Yeah.
tournament arc. So it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of a. It is definitely one of the weaker shonen tournaments. It's kind of a low stake tournament. There's not many like people participating that you really
it's
care
not
about.
bad though.
Yeah,
Like
I
you have
wouldn't
to
say
go.
it's
You
bad.
have to
I'd
go
say-
in versus Hisoka.
Oh, if I had to like do like a tournament arc tier list, it was probably pretty low because most of the time tournament arcs are cool.
It's okay.
This
We'll
one's
we'll
like
do
a
that for the next
high
subscriber special.
It's a good one. Yeah, but like overall, it's cool, but like it is definitely like a right tournament arc at best because
Yeah.
as I said, like the participants are mostly people you don't care about, one-off
Mhm.
characters.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of tournament arcs generally is like having mostly like characters you kind of care about, and then having them square off in a setting where they normally would not square off.
Yeah, that's true. Next is York New.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
York was really good.
Do you think it's better than the Hunter exam?
Yeah,
I think
would
so.
say
I
York
think
was
so. I think so.
York was great overall. There's some really good. This is where we really get to see a lot of Kurapika moments. Who is the best
Yeah.
character in the series? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's really good.
And then Greed Island.
I think Greed Island, like every time looking back at Greed Island, I don't remember like it's like one of the arcs I have like the hardest time addressing because honestly the villains in Greed Island are bad. Like I don't really care about the bomber guys. But
Yeah.
I think the arc is mostly about like a cool area to be, and it's less about the villains. It's more about
Yeah.
where they
Yeah,
are.
for sure.
I think
And
the
it's really
idea the idea is really good, but overall,
Because the main villain, I think, is still
it's more of a
Hisoka,
puzzle.
right?
And not really. He's like with them at the end, right?
I don't remember.
I don't think Hisoka is like their enemy, really. Like they beat the bombers and then they like escape in like the volleyball arena thing.
Dodgeball.
So like, yeah, honestly,
Better than the
also
exam.
were they literally with Hisoka in the volleyball tournament? Like, wasn't he on their side there?
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure they
I
allied
think
with
so.
Hisoka at the end. So Hisoka
Okay.
isn't like the villain's arc at all.
Okay.
I would say this arc is like it is thematically really cool, but like the villains are definitely weak in this arc. So like it is definitely it's a very different kind of Hunter x Hunter arc. Like it really is about like the villain is actually the situation they're stuck in.
Yeah, that's true. And it's
I don't
good.
know, it's
It's
still a
good.
good arc. I like Green Island.
Chimera Ant.
Command is definitely like another one we can put at the top there.
Yeah.
Like it's so nice overall. There's so many good moments. I think the only things like I felt like once again with Chimera and like the only thing I had like a problem at all with like everything was basically like goated.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ending wasn't perfect for it, but like it's fine. It's fine. Like
It was still
It's
good
hard,
though.
ending
There's a
things
good
is hard,
ending.
and ending things is hard, and this is still goated. Once again, it's like I don't like it when offers do like the whole same thing with like the Aizen problem I had. I don't like it when offers do the whole like, oh, he like made a big sacrifice for like a super power up and it didn't matter. That is
I mean,
like just
he did the
cowardice.
big
If you want-
sacrifice for the power up, and then the guy who beat him also did a big sacrifice for a power up.
No, I'm not talking about their fight. I'm talking about Gon.
Oh. Well, no, because Gon did the big sacrifice for the power up, won the fight, and then that was it.
Well,
I think that's how that trope should be done.
I think
Like that's the opposite of what
focused-
happened with Aizen. Aizen got powered up to his max and got fucking owned anyway.
No,
Gon
no,
powered
no,
up to
no,
his max and
no,
won the
no,
fight.
No. Like in this case, I'm comparing Gon to Ichigo, where Ichigo does the thing, and then like they're supposed to like for Gon and Ichigo, they were supposed to be like they won fights they couldn't have won if they didn't make great sacrifices. But then the great sacrifices are negated because the manga has to keep going on.
No, Gon's
I think-
great sacrifice was not negated at all. He's out of the manga.
Well, no, he's not actually. Wait, no.
He
like,
he was in the hospital for the next like 18 arcs. He's no longer relevant. He doesn't do anything.
I mean, that's like.
This is the end for Gon.
No, I don't think so. I think this is like meta information, Dagon. I'm pretty sure Gon is definitely coming back. Like, I don't think Gon is out of the manga.
He is right now. Like, and there's no sign of him coming back.
I mean, there's like stronger.
Hundreds of chapters have gone by without Gon, Bando. You have to understand this. Gon is not in the manga anymore.
He's coming back. Okay.
He's not! And he hasn't.
Okay, in that case, I'll permit it only under the assumption that he actually is gone, but I don't think he's gone.
He is, though.
He's not, his name is Gon, not gone. He's coming back.
No, his name is Gon because it stands for Gone. Anyway, 13th Hunter Chairman selection.
I just thought
It's pretty good.
I talked about how I think that like 12 chapter arcs being arcs is like silly, but this is like this is like politics done like pretty like fun. I think that was pretty good. The moments were great. Everybody liked the moments when well, I'm bad with names because it has been like a year and a half since I read Hunter x Hunter. When Glasses guy gets elected chairman and then he's like, Bozo, this is a Bozo moment. I don't actually want to be chairman. That was a good
funny.
moment.
That was funny.
And it was like all the Gon emotions.
And then you have Leorio punching Jing. Iconic.
Yeah, it was good.
Iconic. Dark Continent. Uh-oh, stinky.
Poor Dark Continent arc. This way Hunter x Hunter stopped after Chimera.
Alright, next is One Piece.
Dude, One Piece is like...
Hold on,
What did One Piece...
let me move them all up here.
Yeah, the One Piece is gonna take a while because it's all long. And One Piece, you know. Like, you already know the rule of long shonen. The first arc, except for Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter had a good first arc.
Well, Hunter x Hunter's just good. That's the thing. That's the difference between One Piece and Hunter x Hunter.
One Piece follows the other long-running shonen, where like the first arc is like just whatever stuff that happens at the start, which nobody really cares about for like much. You obviously have like things like Buggy stuff. Buggy's cool.
Yeah,
like,
but you also have like the Syrup Village stuff.
Yeah, as I said, like start of long-running shonen series is generally rather mid. I was just second arc.
Brokeworks. So that's like Crocodile.
Oh, like shit. It's a crocodile.
Yeah.
I always call this arc like the Alabasta arc.
Yeah, I think
includes stuff before Alabasta.
Yeah.
Like this arc is good. Like the first One Piece arc is good. Right?
I agree. Yeah. It's a solid arc. It's a solid arc.
A cool guy. Yeah, it's good. It introduces a lot of cool characters that are like the Crocodile's cool, Smoker's cool.
Vivi's
Alabasta
cool.
political stuff's alright. Skypia is alright. Enel is a pretty cool character. Like on paper, I think the gimmick of Luffy being the only thing that can counter Enel is like
it's funny.
a decent one.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is like one of those things which like One Piece fans will always bring up. Like, oh yeah, Enel was actually like super broken. Like if he was in current One Piece, he would be like go to with the sauce. He would like beat everyone's ass. But like Luffy literally is like the only person on Earth who's immune to his ability. Like they would like mid-diff like most of like Enel would like mid-diff like most of the samurai people.
True.
That's called samurai. The warlords. Like he would like mid-diff all the warlords. There's like a One Piece theory that people generally say. Like the only problem is that Luffy is the only person in like the One Piece universe who's immune to his ability, which is like
it's so funny.
and like the lightning. I mean, arguably the lightning ability is like as strong as the magma ability of the Fleet Admiral, right? Like they're similar kind of abilities. Like like Kuzan also like they're like the similar type of ability where like they're very primordial power. So arguably speaking, Enel would probably actually be as strong as like the Fleet Admiral people. The only problem is that Luffy is immune. It's probably like some. I mean, you could say that like if Kuzan fought someone who can't be frozen, you would have a struggle.
Yeah, and Skypia has that one gif, so.
Skypia has the funny gif.
Alright, Enies Lobby.
Enies Lobby is great.
Yeah, I like Enies Lobby.
It's crazy that Enies Lobby and Water 7 just one arc. Most of the time it's like grouped into two different arcs.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, I mean, this is like where One Piece like kind of peaks, I would say, almost. Like, this is just really good.
This is one of the
like,
best arcs. Probably not my favorite, but it's up there.
It's really good. Like, overall, like, all the stuff that happens is really good. I mean, like, Enies Lobby, Robin, hero stuff, the flag being burned. It's really good.
Yeah.
if this includes Water 7, you also have things like the emotional moment between the Usopp Luffy fight. That's a really good fight. I think
I
there is
think you're
there's
right
like
because
there is an archetype of fight that just I think not done enough, where a character you think is weak fights a character you know is strong and he does well, but still loses because him winning would be like it would kind of be like
it wouldn't
like
make any sense.
you can't have him win, but him doing well in the fight is like it's an archetype of fight that really doesn't happen a lot, but it's a really good type of fight. I think people should be trying to write fights like that more often.
Mm-hmm.
I think Usopp like kind of like doing well against Luffy is something that you don't expect, and this is like where people really start liking Usopp as a character. Because it is kind of brave to go like Luffy at this point. Like he beat Warlord, like he's kind of cracked, and you're kind of a bozo yourself. Like
Mhm.
standing up for what you believe and fighting him, that is kind of a big baller move. And doing well. This is why people like Usopp. Like Alessandro, this fight is really well written, and this like why people like Usopp as a character.
True. It's good.
So yeah, it is probably a really good fight. Really good fights, really good arc. It is definitely like arguably a peak in One Piece, a big peak. What's the next arc?
Sabaody.
Sorry, put Thriller Bark though. Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Fuck Thriller Bark. Nobody likes Thriller Bark. Sabaody.
Hey, everyone likes the Zoro moment on Thriller Bark.
No, I don't.
Sabaody's alright.
What even
Is it,
happens
like,
in
very
this?
important arc?
What like?
It's like they go to Sabaody. I think it also includes the stuff before Sabaody, where like they fight the guy that looks like Sanji.
Oh.
And then it goes to Sabaody.
That was mid.
And they beat all the pirate people. There's like the mermaid gets kidnapped, the slave auction happens. He fights the people, and then they fight the bear guy, and the bear guy destroys them. And they all get like and then that's where they get split off.
All I'm hearing is mid.
I would say it's not quite peak.
Okay.
Like low and not quite.
Okay. Impel Down, pretty good.
Where's Amazon Lily?
When does that happen?
It is right. It should happen
Isn't
before
that before
Impel Down.
Fishman Island? Is it?
Oh no, wait.
That was by
No,
Fishman,
wait.
right?
No. Amazon Lily happens right after Luffy gets like teleported away, and then they go from there to Impel Down. Is Amazon Lily just not here?
It doesn't. I guess not. Would it be part
of
Sabaody then?
I don't think it's part of Sabaody. Like Jelly's like moving as his own arc. Is it part of Impel Down?
I guess.
Impel Down is a really good arc, but Amazon Lily is a really bad arc.
We can just ignore Amazon Lily. It's
Let
not here.
it be known that Amazon Lily is a very bad arc of One Piece, and Impel Down is a very good
Impel
arc.
Down is good. Better than Baroque Works. Marineford?
Marineford always feels like Marineford and Impel Down such a smooth sequence. I always consider them like almost the same arc. They're
kind
good.
of are.
They're both good.
I think
Just
Marineford
kind
is
of
better.
Yeah, Marineford is better than Impel Down.
It's better than Annie's Lobby.
Impel Down has a good dynamic. Marineford, I always have a hard time thinking about Marineford versus Annie's Lobby. Both of them have similar things happening. Marineford is just very epic overall, but so is Annie's Lobby. Annie's Lobby still has a lot more of a like weak guy story. Rebelling against the government. Well, Impel Down is the Marineford is really a big war.
Yeah,
I think
it's a
Marineford
cool big
I think
war.
Marineford is arguably a bit overhyped sometimes. A lot of the like stuff doesn't actually happen. A lot of it's like a big like siege kind of battle where like characters you don't care about particularly fight.
Mhm.
You also have like the very bad Whitebeard like betraying thing, like how like one of his commanders betrays
Oh,
him, and
yeah.
then, like 2 seconds later he like, oh no, what did I do? That was like really bad.
Mhm.
Whitebeard dying, like this stuff is obviously really cool. And then when he says the One Piece is real, everyone loves that.
True.
The One Piece is real.
It sure is.
One
Punk Hazard?
Piece. Punk Hazard is like so not good. So just
It's
mid.
not
Arguably
bad.
not.
It's mid,
I would
though.
even put him. I would arguably even put it less than. Nah, not less.
I don't think it's less than mid.
Early One Piece.
I think it's just
You compare
mid.
to early One Piece.
Yeah. Dressrosa?
It's just not good. Dressrosa is good again. Dressrosa I liked a lot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things happen in Dressrosa.
Mhm.
They just have really cool fights. A lot of cool character moments. Another like really banger Usopp moment when Don Flamingo said that Usopp is actually the main priority. He's the guy who
True.
fed him the most. Every arc which has a good Usopp moment is gonna just like give a big bonus for me. But that one was just great.
True.
Yeah, it's a really cool, good fight overall. I think the Don Flamingo fight is arguably a bit too long with Luffy. Like it feels like he just like the fight keeps going on and going on. It should have ended a while ago.
Yeah, but that's just One Piece moment.
Yeah. Then
Whole
next
Cake?
arc is. I like Whole Cake Island. I think the arc is overall pretty good.
It's not bad. Yeah.
The fight at the
There's
end
a
is very
little
good. I
bit
think
too much Sanji for my taste.
Oh yeah, I mean Sanji sucks. I mean, I would say that Sanji in this arc is like for the most part, like most of the time, Sanji in this arc is bearable.
He's bearable, but still not good.
I mean, the problem with this arc really ends up being that Sanji gets like actual character progression. Like if Sanji like acted, like I would not hate Sanji as a character anymore if he acted like he did in Whole Cake the entire time. Like if he like actually, the problem is right after Whole Cake, like the second Whole Cake ends, he goes back to like as if nothing happened, and that is really the big problem. Because I think on Whole Cake Island specifically, he is really most of the time bearable. Like the moments or like the Sanji moments are almost barren, which is surprising for an arc where Sanji is the main character of the
That's
arc.
true.
You have some cool moments. Brook gets to like he gets like his ghost gimmick going on, which is a good thing
but
writing
Brook
wise
also
because
kind of sucks.
Brook also doesn't have many Brook moments in this arc though. I would
That's
say.
true, that's
I think
true.
he's like one.
I don't remember.
Like in general, like for an arc which probably features Brook and Sanji, they have like one bad moment total, like where they like, which is normally every chapter. So it is like a big improvement. And you have, I would say like the overall, it's another one of those arcs where because they're like in the enemy territory, it is mostly like things happening opposed to like big fights. Like the situation is rather dire. They're like in enemy territory, and I would say like it has some pretty creative fruits as well overall. Pretty cool fights, and the final fight between Luffy, Mochi Luffy, and Luffy, that was a really good fight. That's like one of the best fights in the series, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very fun fight, very cool fight. You could even say that it is similar to Dio's World in the sense that they have a similar type of fruit.
Kind of.
It's the same idea. It's the same idea.
I guess.
Similar type of stand, similar type of fruit.
Yeah, that
It's a
makes
good arc.
sense.
It's a good arc.
Wano?
I still like Monkey Island a lot. This is where we will disagree with a lot of people in One Piece, I think. I think Wano, big disappointment.
Yeah. Fuck Wano.
It has a cool idea. It has the acts. The music for Wano is really good at all moments.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it really fails. And I think it like even like before Wano really falls off, I wasn't like ever like this is better than the previous arcs.
Mm-hmm.
But then Wano really falls off at the end. Like obviously, Gear 5 is awesome.
True.
But like Gear 5 felt not good because the fight was kind of gimmicked out of it.
Yeah, Kaido just
Like-
is not a real enemy.
Yeah, which is really bad because Kaido was supposed to like build up as the strongest guy they're ever gonna face. I mean, if you watch One Piece 1000's OP, like it transitions into Luffy fighting Kaido,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very sad to write a very bad when Kaido was supposed to be One Piece best villain up to this point, him being the most shallow, boring villain is unexcusably bad writing.
Mm-hmm.
That you just cannot excuse Kaido not being a good. And then there's a lot of stuff with like Oda just didn't want to commit to like any good idea. Like I already think that Luffy, like the themes of One Piece of like rebelling against tyrannical government don't fit. I think with the idea of Luffy when he was a child he swallowed the plot protagonist fruit and he now has the power of God on the side. That
That's
is
funny though.
really bad writing.
That's funny though.
I don't really like that. And I think if Oda really wanted to be brave and commit, he could have tried to write it in a way where Luffy just cannot beat Kaido. Like, there's things in the world that Luffy, as a, like, normal guy, just cannot overcome.
Mm-hmm.
Kaido being one of them. And then when Luffy, like, just loses fair and square to Kaido kills him, that's when, like, he has to use God's power to, like, do anything. I think that would be kind of brave writing to, like, have, like, a sort of nihilistic view of, like, people like Luffy, like, no matter how hard they work, no matter how hard they try, no matter how good their spirit is, they simply cannot overcome certain beasts that are out in the world. But Oda, being a coward, did not write that. He wrote, oh, there's the CP0 guy, and he like stabs Luffy in the back, and then he goes to Kaido. That was the most cowardice thing and Shonen Offer has ever done. He couldn't have Luffy just lose a fight fair and square. He had to write that. So, and then afterwards, Kaido just gets turned into a joke as a character. So, yeah, like that fight is horrendous.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, writing quality just completely drops because Oda was a coward. He could have wrote the fight in so many different ways, but he didn't want to commit it to anyone. So it's just a wishy-washy fight with a guy that doesn't have any backstory, doesn't have any weight, doesn't have any character, and against the main villain, against the main character in his most important fight, where he develops like the most important abilities he's gonna have for the rest of the show. It's unexcusable that One Piece's like greatest moment was like done so dirty because Oda was a coward. He didn't want to commit to like there were multiple mace in the end. Like he had multiple options, but he didn't do any of them. It's kind of sad. Either you had to write Kaido as a way cooler villain and just like do the thing normally, or you had to like I think it would have been fine if Kaido was like not a good villain. If he really was just like the beast Luffy could not overcome. Luffy just loses his fight, which would also have been like a first. Like most of the time, when Luffy like does a fight against someone, he wins or he's like done dirty. I think if this was like the first time where Luffy just loses a fight fair and square, like he just can't win against Kaido, Kaido is just stronger than him. Luffy will just not be able to do it. They would have been good, but they didn't.
Alas.
So one or bad. That's really what it boils down to.
Black Clover.
Bad is probably a bit too much to say, but like yeah, that is an unexcusably bad moment. Arguably, yeah, it doesn't matter. The rest of Wano doesn't matter.
True.
If
Fuck
like the
Wano.
most important moment in the series sucks, then
True.
yeah, Wano is bad.
Very true. Black Clover.
That's like saying Aranka arc is good if the Aizen moment was the worst thing ever in Bleach.
But it
And
wasn't.
Black Clover? Yeah, let's talk about Black Clover.
Eye of the Midnight Sun arc.
There's a first
It's an
part of
intro to a shonen.
I think the intro.
It's
to
solid.
describe
I think it's
light.
solid.
I like this intro.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's better than a
maybe
lot
not
of
quite.
shonen intros.
I would say not quite peak, but definitely like, but not like low, not quite peak. It's like
Yeah.
up there. Like
Yeah.
I think the start of Black Clover, I was negative at the start, right? Like I look at it, like I read like the start and was like, oh, dude, this is actually kind of promising. It's not actually bad at all, like
Yeah.
how I expected it to be.
And then next is Seabed Temple.
This one was kind of.
I didn't like this one much.
I thought this one was definitely worse.
Yeah.
Definitely worse. This structure is kind of weird, and the big guy they fight is not particularly interesting.
Yeah. Witch's Forest?
I think Witch's Sword is pretty good.
Solid, yeah. Do
Um,
you think it's better
like,
than the
there's
start?
some cool, I would say it's better than the start. There's some cool things that happen, and then obviously Vanessa has like the really important moment where she unlocks her ability, which
Her broken
honestly,
power.
for an ability that's overpowered, is really fun. It's a really fun ability. It also looks really cool every time she does it. Everyone loves this small little cat.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really, I would say Witch Forest is definitely good.
Solid arc, solid arc. Royal Knights arc?
Royal Knight is like the tournament arc, right?
I think so, yeah, because it's right before the Elf reincarnation.
It was certainly something.
I didn't
It
like
didn't-
the tournament arc.
It was alright. I didn't expect the tournament arc to be interrupted like that, which is kind of brave to do that. Generally, you don't do that. The character is like prominently introduced in this arc. He's a cool character. I like
He's
him.
cool, yeah.
Like the arc isn't particularly great. And there's also like the final moment where like the two gravity guys fight one another.
Which
It's
is
an alright on. Yeah, that was a pretty cool fight. Honestly, it was a pretty important thematic fight.
Alright, Elf reincarnation arc. What do you think?
Honestly, I mean, you always said like Alpha Incarnation. Like I always thought that Alpha Incarnation is gonna be terrible because of like how much often you mentioned it. I think Alpha Incarnation arc is good. Like the fights are great. Juno coming into like he really evolved a lot in this arc. The final fight is really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean like the final fight against the devil is really good. Like Juno and Asta working together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alpha Incarnation is great. Arguably go to. I would say go to Dry Seasoning, definitely. Like not even not
Wow.
quite peak. I think this
Wow.
arc was good.
Okay.
It was really cool.
Spade Kingdom?
And surprisingly, it gets top of Spade Kingdom. I would say Spade Kingdom is very similar to Elf Reincarnation. Just overall, the fights are cooler.
Yeah, I think
So-
Spade Kingdom is pretty good.
I would
like
say
it.
these arcs are very similar in quality, with Spade Kingdom being quite literally just an upgrade. Like
Mhm.
it is similar, like very similar structure, where you have like an introduction sort of stuff, and then they go into like a gauntlet where they do like a lot of fights. Like a lot of people are doing a lot of fights at the same time, and the fights are really good.
Yeah, I agree.
And they also like fights against devils in the end, which is the same
sick.
thing we had earlier.
Very cool.
And the devil fights are really good.
I really like the devil stuff. Yeah.
These fights are really good. Like overall, yeah. There's also a Nachtfaust gets introduced, and obviously the
And
best
we all
character
love
this year.
Nachtfaust too.
I'm not even joking,
JJK.
it's good. I like Nachtfaust.
Intro to JJK.
Intro to JJK is like what's intro to JJK? It's like the stuff at the start. Then they go to like that one school, and like stuff happens, and like Sukuna just like
Just
sets up like
Mahito
the whole.
stuff.
Mahito stuff comes after like the school stuff. The other school stuff for
Well, it's still in the same arc, right? Or is that in the Kyoto
Yeah.
Festival?
no, Mahito stuff is like still in here.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the school stuff sets up the most important plot point for like current JJK, arguably, where the stuff of Megumi being you can't say because
True,
of Josh
true,
because he's on
true.
JJK. You don't want to spoil him, but
Oh, we
yeah,
can. Fuck
that
Josh. He
moment
hates
is
JJK.
that moment is actually super important for the story overall. I would say put not quite peak. Like
You can put it right next to
I really
Chainsaw
love
Man.
I love all the Mahito stuff. The other stuff is like only alright. I'm saying it while being biased for being the biggest Mahito fan.
True. Kyoto Festival?
It's alright.
Yeah, I think this
Well-
is probably the second weakest JJK arc.
Yeah, it's not particularly great. Like, I mean, the anime has like cool fights. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like cool looking fights.
Mm-hmm. I believe right here.
Wait. Well, did Star of JJK also have to fight against the brothers? Like the Blood Brother guys?
That would
Nobara fight
be Death Painting.
Oh, that's an entire arc. There was like one fight.
Death Painting and Gojo Past arc is the next thing.
How are these two the same?
I don't know.
No. There's no way. We're probably reading this wrong. Like,
It
I
says
don't think
Death
they-
Painting and Gojo Past arc, and the brothers stuff. The Death Painting was the brothers stuff.
I know that like the volume, like they're the same volume. Like the Gojo arc starts like middle of volume, but putting them in the same arc, like the Death Painting arc is only alright. It is where like the one thing in Nobara happens where Nobara gets the cool tattoos and it never happens again, which is
Yeah,
the
but it
worst
was
thing
really
ever.
cool though.
Because it's like a cool. The Ichiro just kept the tattoo. She looks so cool with them. I don't know. Like okay, like the tier list is like being this bozo here. I think we should like in our minds separate these arcs because Death Painting arc is like it's like a little bit better than Start of JJK, I would say.
Uh huh.
And then Gojo Pass is like I would put it that high, but I would say that Gojo is probably like high, like in the high portions of like the second tier, definitely.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. I agree.
it's good. Gojo Pass is very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anime did it very well as well.
True.
Introduces the sexiest man in the show.
Yo, Shibuya.
Shibuya is obviously like the peak of JJK. It's like everyone,
Yeah.
everyone agrees with that.
Yeah.
It just
It's just really fucking good.
I mean, if Control Devil Arc is there, I would definitely put it next to Control Devil Arc. I would say I would put it above Control Devil Arc. There's a really good moments in there, and yet unlike certain offers, certain characters died in this arc.
This,
We will not say we will not
It's
say anything.
Such a stupid thing for you to say.
We cannot say more than
The
that.
fact
though,
that
because-
you're the one that's like, no, Nobara's not dead, and then now you're making this accusation against
What are you
Chainsaw
talking
Man,
about? Hey,
but
hey,
not
hey,
JJK.
Hey, what are you
This
talking
is
about?
wild,
What?
Bando.
Hey, you can't say that. You're spoiling Josh.
Josh doesn't care. Fuck Josh.
Alright. But yeah,
Post
yeah,
Shibuya.
Shibuya's good. The moment where Nobara and Zoe's favorite man, because he's voiced by Zoe's favorite man, dies. That was really
Well,
strong.
now
moment, I
Zoe
would say.
can't watch the video.
Zoe's
She
not
wasn't gonna watch
watching
it
anymore.
anyway. That's
Yeah,
true.
he-
That's true. That's true. All right, post Shibuya
Fuck
arc.
you.
I don't remember
you,
what
Zoe.
happens in post Shibuya arc. This is like
It's bad.
a void to me.
This is the void of JJK, where like post Shibuya just kind of flops a bit
All right,
around.
we'll put it in the middle of mid. Colony's arc. We
This
all love
arc is so
Colony's arc.
bad.
I'll put it by Thriller Bark.
I'll tell you this. During these arcs, there's like good moments that we are like grouping in now with bad moments.
Well, yeah, that's
Like,
how arcs work.
Aki arc really good. anything that has to do with our main man,
Gojo, true.
and Gojo as well. Obviously,
here we
but,
go.
like,
There it is. Final tier list.
yeah. And obviously, everything that has to do with Utah is also great. We love Utah moments. He's great.
True.
Like these two arcs. They have a lot of bad in them, but they also have like really good moments. Sprinkle them with the bad. And putting them together like that is unfortunate because of that. So, just be known that these bad arcs have really, really Kino moments in them.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching the.
Was there nothing else?
No, that was it. The last one was Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, fuck Dragon Ball. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Josh.
Thanks for watching the 308 subscriber special. Tune in next time for what did we say we were gonna do? Tournament arcs?
Tournament arcs.
Something like that. Goodbye.
Alright, take it.